Friday Night Lights, Week 12, Miami at the Jets. Tua versus Tim. Let's go. By the way, Derek is very excited about Tim Boyle, but let's get to that in a second. Welcome to the Blitz Show, brought to you by Covers, where Derek Carty and his Blitz projections look to pick off the best, plus EV plays for every primetime game. And what can certainly be taken away from the Blitz is if you don't like it and the general public doesn't like it, the Blitz will certainly enjoy it. Let's get right to it with the projections that are crushing it this year, 29% ROI. Tim Boyle, seriously. Can anybody be worse than Zach Wilson?
I don't know if it's possible. I know everyone is saying, oh, Tim Boyle's going to be terrible. He was even bad in college, whatever. Zach Wilson was one of the worst starting quarterbacks we've seen in a really long time. I mean, how much worse can Tim Boyle really be? And we heard the same thing, a couple weeks ago with Tommy DeVito and the Giants. Oh, Tommy DeVito is so bad. He's one of the worst quarterbacks we've seen in 10 years. And Tommy DeVito goes out last week and he throws 18 completions for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. And okay, maybe these guys as NFL quarterbacks are not as terrible as everyone wants to think they are.
Tim Boyle, over. 17.5 completions, DK, a play at plus 105. At the time of recording on Wednesday, there was a single 15.5 out at FanDuel. Most other books at the 16.5, expensive 16.5 overs, but the 17.5 at plus money showing value. Sell me on Boyle and sell everybody else. But I think you did a good pitch at it. If the public perception on is so low, there's going to be no value on his unders anywhere else. And up there, I don't know, taking up the scraps. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I've seen so many people, on Twitter, oh, you got to take Tim Boyle unders. No, give me Tim Boyle overs, because all you think the unders are where you want to go. And that's why, the books know that. The books know people don't want to bet the over on Tim Boyle, so they're setting the line low to begin with. The Blitz is projecting 21 here, so we're getting a really, really healthy chunk of completions over the line. Not only does this project as the best play of this game, it projects as the best prop play of the entire week right now. Now, not every market is open. It's still early. We're recording this on Wednesday. But as of what's available, this projects as the best, and it projects really well. It's gross, yeah. The Blitz projects Boyle as being bad, but even a bad quarterback can still do this. He has decent enough weapons to throw to. They're going to have, obviously, they're 10-point underdogs, a big-time passing game script here. And, we're getting in it at a good number. So give me the gross stuff. I will take Tim Boyle overs, and that kind of stuff has been very profitable historically.
That you just called Tim Boyle the best plus EV play of the week. That's so funny. but that's the difference. And you make a good point about the unders. I don't think the regular prop bettor who's getting down on this, a recreational bettor, really knows the difference between 17.5 completions and 15.5 completions. Like you just said, they come out and they say Tim Boyle unders across the board. And like if you told them 15 and 17, they wouldn't be like, no, yeah, sure, I'll take 15.
Yeah.
You have to put a number to it. Basically,
Zach Wilson has gone over this number 60% of the time this year. Tim Boyle can't possibly be that much worse than Zach Wilson, and we're getting it at plus money, and I'm in. I'm all about this.
All right, I'm glad you didn't say I'm all in. Yeah, I'm in. I'm all about this. Phew, I'm all in on Tim Boyle, but no, I like it. The market's is low. You're not going to get anything worse than this. Let's go.
I think the biggest thing we have to worry about with Tim Boyle is if he doesn't look great to begin with, that they bench him for Trevor Siemian, and then we don't get the garbage time, because we need the garbage time for this.
All right, that's a good point. So keep an eye on that. And let's get his boo right now. Garrett Wilson, over 45.5 receiving yards, minus 110. That's a points bet. That's a play. Obviously correlated with the Boyle overs. If he's projecting well, then Wilson's projecting well. But this is a guy who's quietly being the most targeted receiver in all of football. 33% target share on the season, 48% air yard share on the season, getting a massive Tim Boyle-esque discount, and the Blitz and Derek are here for it.
Absolutely, I'm here for it. 45.5 for Garrett Wilson with that kind of volume. Sure, it's Tim Boyle, but even if Boyle gets benched with Simeon, they're still going to be throwing the ball this whole game pretty much. The Blitz is projecting about 70 yards here for Wilson, so we're getting a good chunk over. A lot of the market is sitting over 50 right now, so getting in at 45.5 especially looks really good. It's basically the same thing. Boyle's dragging him down more than he should.
All right, so putting those two together, and then Tua over 2.5 carries plus 120 DK. That's a play. We're back on the Tua over carries. We were getting it at 1.5, if I'm correct. Before we saw some 1.5, some expensive 1.5s in previous games, but I mean, as a big favorite in a game that they should win, even getting 1 or 2 kneel downs is absolutely it's such a bonus. But as we saw in Monday Night Football in Week 11, this prop can be cashed on just 3 victory kneels alone, as Jalen Hurts did.
Yeah, it absolutely can. Obviously, you hope he gets a couple before that point. You don't have to sweat it out until the last seconds, but that is one path to winning this bet. The Blitz is projecting a little over 3.5, so we're getting more than a full carry over, about a carry and a quarter. We're getting it at plus 120. They're huge favorites. There's a good chance that he's, basically he's projecting, I think, for almost 1 full kneel here. So it's not going to take a lot for him to get over this. A couple scrambles, a quarterback sneak, a kneel at the end, and we're there. So this projects for really strong value, and I like it.
I wonder if with the advancements of quarterback 1 yard, 4th and 1, 3rd and 1s, the pushes now, I don't know if they're entirely priced in with how offenses are increasing them across the board. And I think we even saw it with 1-2 a carry in our previous game. So every quarterback is out there being able to run that 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and those ones are absolutely gorgeous to get. And then a little first half one would be nice too. But 2.5 is such a small number as a big favorite. So let's hit that Friday in a game that Derek is siding with Tim Boyle, and I will be right there with him betting these bottom market numbers that just like you said, they're discounted as much as you can be. When Garrett Wilson's got a 45.5 yard receiving total, that's about as big as a discount as you can get. And that's what we're here for. Both projecting massive plus EV. Tim Boyle over 17.5 completions plus 105. Garrett Wilson over 45.5 receiving yards minus 110. That's a play. And then Tua over 2.5 carries plus 120. Derek wasn't thrilled about the Thursday night games, but this is his Week 12 game that he's absolutely stapled to, and I'll be there too. Let's go Week 12, Miami at Jets. Those are our 3 plays. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Derek Carty. This is the Blitz Show, brought to you by Covers. We'll see you back here Sunday Night Football.